Hi, I'm Brian Alford, Sergeant with Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office. This is a quick video for all the AR-15 operators on AR-15 maintenance. Initially, we will begin by removing the sling from the rifle. We can set this to the side until we put our pieces back together. The AR-15 platform is essentially three separate pieces. You have your upper, your lower, and then your bolt assembly inside the upper receiver. So we will first, always and foremost, point our weapon in a safe direction to check and make sure that the firearm is not loaded. Visually inspecting it, you can see here that I have a clear weapon. Okay. Then we'll start by popping out our rear takedown pins and our front takedown pin. Sometimes these pins are a little stiff, especially in new rifles. When we have that problem, we can take a simple punch like this, or any type of softer object like this small hammer that has the Kevlar or Delron hammer side instead of the brass, and use that just to get the pins started. Or if we need to use the actual little brass pins, we can do that, put it on it. It doesn't take a lot of hard movement, but we'll get our rear takedown pin started. Just grab it with our fingernails. This will enable us to break the rifle down. Now you can start seeing the separation. This is our lower, this is our upper. We're going to pull our front takedown pin. I like to close the dust cap just because it gets in your way. Separate that. Now we have two separate pieces, our lower and our upper. I'll set my lower to the side. Now I'm going to take the bolt assembly out of my upper receiver. By depressing the charging handle, it releases it and pull it up. I'll separate my bolt and bolt carrier assembly and my charging handle, and I'll set those to the side. Now generally I like to start cleaning the upper first. Always remembering when we swab our barrel, we want to swab our barrel towards the muzzle tip instead of back into the receiver, so we don't pull off our contaminants while we're shooting, pull that back in. Now I like to start with first using our chamber brush. Okay, the chamber brush, as you can see, it's made to go into the chamber and clean our locking lugs that are inside the tip of the muzzle or the barrel right here when your chamber brush goes inside. I keep a chamber brush on a little short piece of cleaning rod so I can simply shove it in, put it in, pull it out. Shove it in, getting the rear rings of the chamber brush into your locking lugs so it pulls all those contaminants out. Now what I recommend when you do a lot of shooting with this, and after maybe you fire 1,000 rounds or something, using some type of solvent like a break-free or gun scrubber to spray into this area, let it sit a little bit and then work it. It will help you get behind some of that stuff and break it down, because sometimes the carbon deposits get really tough to pull out of there. Once I scrub out my chamber with my chamber brush, I can set that to the side. Sometimes you grab a rag, you can get some of the excess out of there and wipe your stuff out. But you want to try to keep your locking lugs clean in there, because that's what engages when your bolt goes forward. From there, now we'll start worrying about the inside of the barrel. I like solid cleaning rods, something I've always used, but in recent years the flexible cleaning rods have become pretty popular. This particular one is from Otis. They're nice, they're compact, you can put it together pretty quick. Stick a tip on the end. Put a little handle through it, and now it gives you some leverage. Shove your handle through. I'm doing it the wrong way because I would actually want to clean it from this side. But I can shove this through, have my mop on this side or my end of my tip. You can screw on a patch and simply pull it through the rifle, pulling the debris towards the barrel. Initially I like to start with a scrubbing brush, and I'll put some Hoppe's number 9, which there's a lot of solvents out there, but you know, the standard Hoppe's is still a good solvent. I'll dunk it in my jar a little bit, wipe up some of the excess so it doesn't get totally all over the place, and begin by putting my brush in and pushing it through. Now, precision rifle operators are pretty anal about brushing your barrel. They say 1 brush per round on every round that you fire. I think it gets excessive, especially with an AR and you fire 500 rounds in a day. You're not going to do 500 scrubbings. But do it until you feel like you've cleaned your barrel. If it takes 20 or 30 scrubbings, fine. Do 20 or 30. If you feel like 6 or 8 is good, fine. A lot of guys don't like the back and forth scrubbing going down. I've never had a problem with it because I think once I break it free and push it all the way down, it just gives a back and forth good scrub rotation, which some deposits don't want to come out with just a forward push. Okay? So from there, say we have scrubbed our barrel. Now we can get to the part of putting our jag on, which, not our jag, but our bore mop, which essentially that. We can take this to save some time and just keep pulling it through until our patch is dirty, and we can keep swapping patches out until our barrel is clean. Final step, you want to throw another patch on, whether it's on your flexible rod or your solid rod, and throw a pinch of lubrication on. Whether that be your normal gun oil. Recently tried some of this synthetic Slip 2000, which seems to work pretty well. I don't recommend the greases for inside of your barrel, just a light gun oil. We'll get to the grease shortly when we get into our lower. Okay, from that point, once we have lubed the inside of our barrel is now clean, and we can take a shop towel and wipe down the exterior of our rifle, get in and clean the inside pieces, parts where all that carbon fouling will be, scrub the insides, clean it up really good, maybe even throw a pinch of grease or oil on our finger, lube it up, get it inside, put some on the inside of our receiver where the bolt slides back and forth. Okay, that will pretty much take care of our upper receiver for interior maintenance on the barrel and the outside.